unpopular opinion coming right up. Don't shoot me for it. Don't hate me for it. It's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to have an opinion. My opinion is Silky versus Brooke. I kind of feel like Silky was just robbed. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and I've decided to stand up for today's video because, honey, it is the grand finale and I wanted to wear a nice pretty dress and you can still only see half of it. When will I ever win? Well, just take my word for it. It's a really nice dress. It's pink, it's sparkly, and it's down to the floor. Okay? Just let me feel my fantasy. Please. Before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have A, hit the subscribe button, B, joined me in particular for my Drag Race reviews, C, stuck with me through all of them, D, gone back and binge watched through them, and E, those of you who have just engaged in conversation all the way through. I am so grateful for that. You know, I just really wanted to find other people that I could talk to about Drag Race because I am quite passionate about it, and you guys have become my little Drag Race fam. So like, I'm just really happy about that. So thank you so much. And yeah, just know that you're really appreciated. If you're new to my channel, then hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know, I do a lot of Drag Race things on here, so if that is also your thing, then feel free to stick around, and if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. So 13 weeks have gone by and it is the end of an era. It is the grand finale. Everybody is hyped, everybody is excited. We're waiting for this big hefty showdown that's about to happen. We are ready. However, am I the only one who feels a little bit underwhelmed with the finale show as a whole? Like, I just wasn't as excited as I thought I would be. So to kick things off, we have a runway from all of the previous queens. Now, they all looked absolutely beautiful, so I'm gonna give you a really quick rundown of who wore what and just let you know which ones that I was feeling. I'm gonna do this real fast because really and truly, this video shouldn't be taking that long. No more 26-minute videos. At least until the next season. So Soju came out in this beautiful red number, looking very sleek, and I'm just a little bit like, girl, where was this silhouette when you were on the season? What was the big bell with all the tulle and all the knots and all the wrong places? Girl, if you know how to do this kind of a silhouette, why were you not bringing this to the runway? Runway! I should have taken a bigger breath for that. But yeah, I did really like it. I thought that she looked beautiful. Kahana Montrese did not come to play, okay? She came to be remembered. That was an absolutely stunning outfit. I thought that it was big, it was bold, it was beautiful. It's very true to her kind of aesthetic, the whole sort of like reds and golds and black. She does tend to wear quite a lot of that. I really liked her fiery colour hair. I just thought it was a lot, and you know, I'm a lot, so like I was totally here for it. And the thing is, I don't even normally really do like leathery kind of things, but I can forgive this because it was done in a kind of like bird-like way, and I do like bird-like looking things. So yeah, I was definitely feeling that. Again, not a massive fan of leather, but I do like this look here from Honey Davenport. I love the whole sort of like honeycomb print at the top. She kind of looks a little bit like how she did when she first entered in the workroom, but just better, more polished. Bit more money thrown at it maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I did really like it. It wasn't my favorite, but I did like it. I liked how massive that the skirt came out at the bottom. She practically filled up the entire runway with that, but yeah, I thought it was cute. Mercedes Iman Diamond was just serving pure and utter glamour as per usual. We expect nothing less from her, covered in rhinestones head to toe, but I love that the split came all the way up to here, honey. She was going to show all of that leg. Mercedes is a very short queen, and when you show all of that leg, it just sort of lengthens you a bit more. And yeah, I think that this really definitely did serve her well. Now, usually I'm absolutely gagging for Ariel's look. I'm absolutely gagging for pastel pink. But there was something about this that I wasn't entirely sure about. I don't know whether it was her hair. I think maybe I would have had maybe a different hair on if I was wearing this, or maybe if there was just a bit too much tulle. But I mean, overall, it's cute and it's pretty, but I think something had to change. Either the hair had to change or a bit of the tulle had to go. I'm not quite sure. I'm slightly undecided on that, so you might need to help me out. Scarlet Envy looked absolutely stunning. She really does suit red. You know, Scarlet is her name, Scarlet is the dress. Absolutely beautiful. I loved that neck piece that she had on as well. I thought it went perfectly with the dress. And I just loved all of the little details that were in there too. It was an incredibly detailed bodice that she had on. She just looked glamorous and stunning. She gives that kind of old school Hollywood glamour that I absolutely adore. So yeah, I was totally living for this outfit. The folds in the skirt of the dress, it almost looked like they were made out of like really, really stiff paper, because the way that they sort of came in, it was very sort of rigid. And I loved that because it meant that obviously the dress kept its shape. I just don't know how she managed to sit down. I know I said that all the queens look lovely, and Raja looks okay. I'm not massively in love with this outfit. I think it's a little bit plain in comparison to the other girls, and honey, you know, I just don't do plain. I'm also not sure about the kind of like loose dreadlocky kind of weave that she had on. I'm not too much of a fan. Last week she blew me away, but this for me, it's just not that great. It's not really grabbing me. It's not very memorable, and especially going after someone like Scarlett, it's like, how do you compare? And then Plastique Tiara just comes in and just shuts the whole place down. I mean, she literally is a beautiful white peacock that just comes swanning down the runway, just looking ever so serene and gorgeous. She literally looks like a piece of heaven. She just does it all the time. And can we just have a second to talk about the amount of like adornments that were in her hair? I mean, come on. It wasn't like just one headdress just plonked on. There was a whole lot going on there. This was a very, very well thought out piece. And again, how does she sit down? And then Sugar Cane comes out in all her Virgin Mary glory, drops the white, and then it just becomes this beautiful like aubergine. She loves some aubergine, don't she? Ever since that one dress that she wore on what episode was it? Episode 10 or something like that. That amazing aubergine colored dress. Always see her in that with aubergine, and you know what, I'm so here for it because it really does suit her. But she had that on with the beautiful what colour was it, turquoise and gold beading, and then that then turned into something else that then became just the beautiful aubergine dress. I mean, she just looked serene and godly, you know. She looked stunning. I mean, let's just give her a round of applause because she actually managed to do 2 reveals in like 3 seconds. So like, she just looked beautiful. Nina West, I absolutely loved this dress. I loved that she had the I kind of like paper doll tabs sticking out of the top, and it wasn't until I watched it again for the second time that I noticed it had all of the little like cutting pattern lines all going up the back of it as well. Plus there was a space specifically for her ass, and that was all like bejeweled as well. Like, she just looked perfect really, and her hair, oh my god, I loved her hair. Since leaving the show, I feel like Nina's makeup has just gone to like next level. Like, it is just, wow. In comparison to like, say, the first episode to how she is now, the elevation is unreal. Miss Vanessa Vanjie Mateo coming out here in a leopard print catsuit, which is of course a drag staple, but it was all crystallized, and she had a little hood on the top and she revealed the platinum white hair, and it was very, very cute. Not as, oh my god, as everybody else's, but it was very much Vanjie style, and I thought it was cute, and I would probably wear that down to the shops. I'm not even joking. Akira's entrance outfit was absolutely stunning. I love the emerald green on her. She does like a little bit of black feather, and you know, I think that is definitely working for her. She looked like some kind of beautiful hawk of some sort, you know, hawk slash raven slash crow? No, a crow is not glamorous in the slightest. Let me take that back. Let me give the girl some credit. She did look fabulous. I thought that Brooklyn's outfit was quite nice, but the only thing that annoyed me a little bit was just this little cut out shoulder piece that was on the side. I didn't really think that there was a need for that, especially given the fact that like she had nude illusion over the whole thing. Like, why couldn't that bit just be covered in nude illusion with some rhinestones? Like, I don't quite understand. Also, in comparison to Plastique Tiara's white look, I mean, you can't really beat that. So, not saying that it was bad, it just wasn't as great as Plastique's. Silky Ganache came in a pink frock with a whole heap of roaches all over, and I was like, ooh, this girl is smart. She is making the roach thing work for her because she knows she's gonna be remembered as the roach of season 11. Nina is the pride, Silky is the roach. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take that roach and I'm gonna glamazon it up to high heaven. And she did. She did her reveal, and then she literally was a bejeweled roach. And she comes swanning down the runway, and she's got, you know, crystallized roach brooches in her hair. And when she gets to the end of the runway, she's all like stepping and twisting her foot, let's say she's stepping on a roach herself. Do you know what? I've got to give the girl credit because I really did like the outfit. However, what I didn't like was this new illusion piece here. It was way too light for her. I wasn't too happy about that, but like that's a minor thing. I thought that the concept was really, really good. It was funny, and that was quite memorable. I have to say, Yvie has been serving us some seriously glamorous looks this season, particularly the latter end of the season, and I am totally here for it. Even though on the runway she came out in literally like flesh and bones, but she still managed to make it glamorous, and I think that you can really see like the journey that she has been on since the beginning. You know, if you compare her beginning look to how she looked at the finale, like they are worlds apart, and I really think that there is something to be said for that. There was a lot of growth on the season, and Yvie is a perfect example of that. As for Rouge's dress, after seeing all of the queens come out in that, I kind of felt like it was a little bit underwhelming. It was a little bit safe for Rouge. Like, I don't know, I was expecting some humongous, flamboyant, you know, incredible looking gown, but what we got was just some lime green, and it was, you know, it was fitted, it was nice-ish, but it wasn't really my favourite. So next we just proceed to see VTs from all of the top 4 queens, basically just saying, I'm gonna win, I'm here to snatch the crown, this is my time, rare, rare, rare. You know, really sort of like bigging up themselves, doing little funny things out in the street, blah, 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 blah. I feel like a lot of time was spent on that because those VTs seemed long to me. I don't know about you, but that to me was long. I'm just a little bit like, how does this look for the audience? Are they getting to see the VTs too? Or, you know, are they just having to sort of sit and wait whilst people set up for stuff? What I thought was interesting though was the fact that Michelle Visage has taken her breast implants out. Like, this was quite a random thing to talk about at the finale. I don't know whether, I mean, was it the right place for it? I'm not entirely sure. They made a big song and dance and a joke about it, you know, which was kind of funny. They gave her a memoriam. So yeah, it was funny and everything, but I don't know whether it was the right place for it to be announced or whether it was actually even needed to be announced. She did it apparently because, you know, she wanted to sort of like share her story to those who have suffered with breast implant what's what I'm looking for? Illness. Breast implant illness. So, I mean, I didn't even know that breast implant illness was a thing. I knew that obviously you can have issues with them, but I didn't know that it was just sort of titled breast implant illness. I was like, oh, okay. So this is new. A random place to put it, but they did that. So after all the VTs are done, I'm like, okay, brilliant. Finally, we can now get down to the lip syncing. But no, let's just take up a whole extra 10 minutes on Vanjie again, as if we didn't do that enough at the reunion. But now it's another full like 10 minutes, felt more like half an hour, of Vanjie coming in saying how, you know, there needs to be more space on the wheel for me. You know, I feel like I can win this, da 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 da. And then they just went to a VT of her going out there in the street. People saying, oh yeah, I was so gutted when you left. I was absolutely devastated. Signing a petition to get her onto the finale, which was funny. But after all of that, I was a little bit like, okay, let's see it happen then, you know? And I felt a little bit cheated because at the end it was like, bye. So we finally get to the lip sync. Now, I have never seen Silky so nervous in all my life. My girl is the first one to be chosen on the wheel. And when she steps forward, you can just see her go, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. She's like, Jesus, take the wheel if you're listening. It's me, Silky. Help me. That's basically what she said. Yeah, she was very, very quiet, very sort of subdued, I felt as well, actually, on this episode. She wasn't the big, loud, cocky and brash Silky that we all know and some love and some hate, but you know, she was just very, very insular. She chose Brooke to lip sync against, and I was a little bit shocked at that, especially considering all the smack she was talking throughout the whole season. Was saying to Yvie, I can't wait to be in the bottom with you so I can send your ass home. Now I know that she apologized to Yvie, but part of me thought, is she gonna go for Yvie and try and prove that she can do this? Or is she gonna go for A'keria? Because that would maybe easier? No tea, no shade, but I think it may be a bit easier for Silky. I don't know. But she chose to go for Brooke. So I was really thinking, oh boy, it's about to go down. And then the song that was chosen was Bootylicious. And then I thought, oh, this could very well work in Silky's favor. It's funny and it's all about the booty, and Silky is both of those things. Whereas Brooklyn isn't quite. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Brooke is incredibly poised and perfect in every single way, and she's a stunning dancer, incredible, but she doesn't quite have the stank that you need for Bootylicious. So Silky's there in her pink attire with this massive afro. You couldn't even see her face. She looked like a gigantic pink microphone. It was huge. And Brooklyn is serving you some red and black fetishy gear with chains attached to her shoes. And as soon as the song gets started, Silky goes off to the back of the stage and she rips off the pink and takes off the afro to reveal a blonde wig. And she did that on the beat of Beyonce, can you handle this? So obviously she's trying to be Beyonce. Who doesn't want to be Beyonce? So Silky reveals another pink spangly outfit alongside with the blonde Beyonce hair, and she just gets straight to it. And personally, in my opinion, I think that she is really giving it her all. She's giving it a lot of energy, a lot of sass. She's covering the whole stage, whereas Brooklyn is being very sort of, yeah, she's being sassy and everything, but she's being very sort of like poised, correct, and very up here. And then she goes to reveal, well, by pulling the chains, Brooklyn pulls the chains and it reveals ballet shoes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's quite a cool reveal. However, we have seen the ballet so many times now. Can you give us something else? This is the finale. So of course, Brooke has given us all the acrobatics. You know, she's standing up on her hands, legs akimbo, doing Brooklyn. Whereas Silky is giving you reveal after reveal after reveal. So after the pink, then comes the blue. Then she splits her wig in half. I'm like, oh, I was not expecting that. Well done, Silky. And she reveals this ice blue wig. So you're getting 3 different looks from her, 3 different wigs from her. And she may not be the neatest and tidiest when it comes to her shablams, but she was giving you shablam after shablam. And at one point, they were both on the floor, rolling around, legs kind of like crossing over each other like this. And part of me was a bit like, was that planned? Because I just happened to be doing it at the exact same time. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, and then like, I watched it twice and I thought, you know what? I know that Silky's not as polished, but I think in this instance, I kind of think that Silky won that lip sync. And I don't know if that's a really unpopular opinion or not. I think it probably might be. And it's weird for me to say this because throughout the competition, I've kind of disliked Silky because of her attitude, but she changed towards the end. But I'm also not a biased person, so I would go on what I see. And I think I just enjoyed Silky's performance more. It was funnier and it drew my eye more, whereas I'd seen Brooke do this ballet stuff time after time after time. I was ready for something new. And Silky gave me that. She split her wig in half, people. She split it in half. But one thing that I noticed was just the fact that even when Ru announced, you know, to Silky that this isn't your time, blah, 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 Brooklyn, Shantae, you stay. It was almost as if Silky had just kind of like handed it over to Brooke, and I'm just a bit like, did they kind of already know this from the beginning? Because me and my husband were watching and we were like, okay, we reckon that Brooke and Yvie are going to be the ones at the end because they want that showdown again. And of course it went that way. But personally, I think that Silky could have been in that final. I just felt that there was a huge lack of reaction from anybody after the lip sync. Not just that one, but also Yvie and A'keria's one too. You know, I think that they both, well, I say they both did well. A'keria did well with the dancing. Bearing in mind, she's not a dancer per se. She did very well with that. She doesn't know her words though. Let's just be real. She was not lip syncing properly at all. So on that basis, yeah, she should have gone home at that point, which she did. I loved her wig reveal though, revealing the sequin wig. I thought that was a really, really nice touch. But Yvie, again, just more fun, more to look at, a hell of a lot to look at actually. That outfit was ridiculous. So it then became the showdown of Yvie and Brooklyn. And there just wasn't much of a reaction, you know. It was Yvie, ODDLY, Shantae, you stay, Akira, this is not your time. And she just went, and then just sort of sauntered off. And I'm like, where's the fire? Where's the passion? Or were you guys already briefed? Did you already know that this is the way that it was looking? This is the way it was going to be going? Then it comes to the final lip sync. This is Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga, a big song, everybody knows it. Brooklyn comes out in her reveal cape, and I'm like, ooh, is this gonna be a sequence of reveals, much like Silky? Is this what we are in for? We weren't. We were in for just one reveal, and it was a gorgeous catsuit, all silver and gold mirrors, stunning. But again, it was all dance. There was a hell of a lot of dance, and this kind of song I feel didn't need as much dance content as what she had thrown into it. But yeah, I know of course she's trying to impress everybody, but a lot of the moves we have seen before, because this is by now her 5th time lip syncing, I think. So I think we've kind of seen a lot of her moves and tricks before, and she repeated a lot of them, slamming down on her knees, head back to the floor, face on the floor, legs akimbo like this. We've seen it so many times now. Whereas Yvie came out in this beautiful brown and gold dress and these mirrors on her head, shaped like a lotus flower. But the way that the mirrors were angled, it made it look as though she had 3 heads. This is Yvie. Yvie ain't gonna come out and just serve you 1 head. She's gonna give you 3. And then she turns around and there's another one coming like Ornacia. Do you guys remember Ornacia? Coming like Ornacia with red lights in it and everything, and that's on the back of it. So she's giving you 4 heads, people. 4 heads are better than 1, okay? And she does this back bend. Oh God, look at me trying to attempt it. I can't do that anymore. I used to be able to, but that was a very long time ago. But like, she does this back bend that really hurts my back. I'm not going to do it. And I'm just like, how are you going to get up from that with that massive headpiece on your head? Have you kind of shot yourself in the foot here? How are you gonna do it? So she just flips over, and I'm like, at that point, I dropped my fork and I was like, do you know what? We're done here. We have a winner. And I am so glad that Yvie is the one who won. Like, for me, she well and truly deserved it. She never once sacrificed her drag. She stayed true to herself, true to others. They didn't want to hear it. She didn't care. She would dish out the tea, whether you liked it or not. And once you saw that she was actually telling the truth, you'd have to make up with her anyway, because you know at the end of the day she's right, okay? She is definitely a very innovative queen. She is the future of drag, in my opinion. And yeah, I am so over the moon for her, and I think that this is going to elevate her to the next level, and I can't wait to see what she brings. However, the reaction just, again, underwhelming from the other queens. Mind you, to be fair to Yvie, her reaction was actually quite convincing, but I'm more looking at the reaction of her parents. So yeah, they're smiling and clapping, but then at some points you pan to her dad and he's just like, just doing this. Listen, that was my child up there. The way I would run up there and scream and hold him and you know, pick him up and swing him around. Oh my God, my baby, Hercules, 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 it's so fabulous, so fabulous. That would be me all over, okay? Now, I'm fully aware that they pre-record these things, okay? I don't agree with it. I think this should be filmed live, right? You've got Aquaria coming. By the way, Aquaria looked amazing, all right? She came in this like phoenix rising from the ashes outfit. I loved her makeup and just like the reds and oranges and yellows. I just love those colours all together. She looked beautiful. But you know, she's there with the scepter, the crown, all the rest of it. It's all for show, because they then went online and I saw the queen's reaction. They were sitting in like some dressing room somewhere, and when they announced that it's her, Yvie does her usual, you know, that crazy laugh that she does. And then she just sort of steps out and gets crowned in the middle of like some sort of hall of some sort. It's quite an anticlimax from the big studio that you were just in, you know, like it's a bit weird. I think that they should just do it live. Anyway, all that aside, I am very, 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 very pleased that Yvie was the one who won. I was torn between Yvie and Brooke. It was always between Yvie and Brooke. But as the night went on, I just warmed to Yvie more, and I just thought that she just brought more to the table with her lip syncs. What did you guys think? Whose team were you on? Who did you want to win? You know, let me know below if you agree that Yvie is the winner. I certainly do, but of course I want to hear from you. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, then please do give me a big fat thumbs up, because that way I know that you're loving my content. And of course, if you really liked my content, then you can hit the subscribe button to make sure that you don't ever miss another one ever, ever, ever again. I've got no idea when the next season of Drag Race is coming on. I've got no idea when All Stars is coming on, but whenever it is, I'm gonna be there. So I'll see you there. Take care, my lovelies, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah. Bye.